Shri
Welcome everyone. We'll get the camera on both of us shortly. We'll get the cameraman to change the position a bit. There we are. Hi everyone, welcome. And welcome to everyone here as well. Vara with us tonight. Thank you, Vara, for joining us. And I'm Lynn, of course. We also have a variety of people here too. We might introduce them later. But the main thing we're here to do, hello, here for meditation? Yeah. Come on in. Look, there's a spare chair here. We are here together to have a meditation. Now that meditation is a word that probably we have different ideas in our mind what it is. What do you think of as a definition of meditation, Vara?
You know, Lynn throws surprises like this. The other day, she threw a surprise that I should come and do the program with her. So, and then sometimes when you're trying to describe something that is quite important, deep, words come in the way. So it's probably a better way to explain is the after effects of meditation.
Mm-hmm.
So it is. So I think maybe it's easier to explain in some ways what it is not.
Yes.
Than what it is.
That is valid.
So what it is not is concentration.
Yeah.
What it is not is putting your attention on a mantra.
Yeah.
What it is not is repeating a mantra in your head.
But it may involve that.
But it may involve that, but a lot of time people have this confusion in the sense that, so whoever gives these mantras and so on, they're supposed to take you to the meditation. But somehow it has become that itself is the meditation. In the sense that learning to drive, the only goal of learning to drive is that the car moves. Sitting and steering it and knowing all the rules doesn't do anything. I think that's the idea. So sometimes, because I've been through a few styles of meditation, and sometimes you get stuck there.
If you find something that works, you keep doing it over and over, and then you're stuck in a plateau because that's as far as you've gone.
And perhaps because somebody said, when you said, if you find something what works, what it is supposed to be is something that can be told wrong. Like I can tell you that meditation means thinking about my daughter all the time. let's say you're the guru and you say, so thinking about your daughter or your beloved or something. Like, unless somebody taught me that this is black color. If I was born and somebody told me this is red.
Or even I could say it's dark grey. It's not black. It's
and then
gray.
Dark grey, at least it's a thing. But when I was born, somebody says this is red color. I'll say this is red.
Yeah, yeah.
And I think that's how meditation has been misconstrued a lot of times.
Yeah.
So in our experience, in the definition of meditation in the Sahaja Yoga principles is reaching a state of thoughtlessness.
Thoughtlessness. And would you say it's a feeling as opposed to
a doing?
A feeling as opposed to a doing, as opposed to a thinking?
Yep.
So
it's an experience, I'd say.
It's not something, an experience which you don't have in your brain.
What's that Shakespeare thing? To be or not to be? Kind of thing?
Whether it is.
That is a question. So you exist, but you're very detached from what is happening in your life on a tactical level.
I think so, yeah. Detaching yourself from the materialistic or what's going around you.
That's it.
And mindfulness.
Yeah.
I don't know deep down there, but yeah.
Well, that nice description of what is light from Juan Mascara's book, that no matter how hard you describe what light is, I'm paraphrasing now, it is always going to be something much greater than what you describe.
Yes.
It's beyond the description.
Light is beyond
its
definition.
It's something greater than its
beyond its definition.
Description or definition.
Yeah, light is beyond its definition, because I think as humans we have to use words to explain things.
Yeah.
But sometimes they also come in the way of the experience. If you look at, let's say anybody's interested online, like go Google meditation.
Not
look
like
at 10 different.
Let's
stay with us. Yeah, 10 different definitions you'll get. I think it's in Hindi or Sanskrit. It's called dhyan, which is you stay there and you're totally aligned with the universal spirit, you can say. And perhaps in Sahaja Yoga is where you actually reach that alignment. And I can say you reach the alignment. How would you know? And that's when the thoughtless experience probably answers that question. On what
the thoughtless experience.
No, if we made it clear or less clear.
We may have just started with a confusion. No, but there is a pathway.
There is, yeah.
We've got that. We've got our chart there of our pathway.
Yeah.
And everything about our life is in that. It's
chart.
like the map of us.
That's it.
And up until this point, or this last 40 years, which is when Shri Mataji, the founder of Sahaja Yoga, started showing us the map and how to get to the next destination.
Yeah.
Up until then, we were only here in the map. So now Sahaja Yoga is about being here in this.
Correct.
The city up here.
Yeah.
If all the dots are places to be.
So we're going to play. Going to talk about the first.
Actually, we want to dwell on this map a little bit.
Yeah.
So we're going to go through in the coming weeks. Today we wanted to dwell on the first energy center called a chakra.
Yeah.
And you were looking a little bit about definitions of the qualities of that center when it's awakened and hunky-dory, so to speak.
Yeah, so we're talking about the bottom energy center, which
Can you see that there on the chart?
Do you
want to zoom us in?
It's in the orange.
Sorry, what we're looking for?
We're just going to have a little look at the
Mooladhara chakra, first energy center.
First energy center.
So it's called the energy center of Mooladhara. So Mool means base or fundamental, and Adhara means the support. And there's a reason why it's named like that. And one of the main qualities of it is wisdom.
Yeah, that's a big word, wisdom, isn't it?
So wisdom is a big word, and I think a lot of times we get, especially in the modern world, we do not differentiate between knowledge and wisdom. So this is going to be a cheesy statement, but I heard it somewhere, and I think it's a good one. It says, knowing that tomato is a fruit is knowledge. Not putting it in fruit salad is wisdom.
Not putting it in the food cellar?
Fruit salad.
In the fruit salad.
Salad.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you were putting it away in the fridge.
So whoever said that probably ate that tomato in a fruit salad and thought, I shouldn't put it in next time. So in some ways, wisdom you can only gain by experience. So you can go to ChatGPT and ask what is a tomato. It will probably say fruit, but it can also tell you don't do it. But until you actually experience that irritating taste in a fruit salad of a tomato, you won't do it. So that's wisdom. I think that's one of the things that is wisdom. And several things like that, to have a car which has, 200 on your speedometer, knowing that the car can go that fast is probably knowledge. Not doing it on a road of 110 is probably wisdom. This is so many. Another one that recently came is this, where I've been discussing something with my father-in-law. And we have, I think it's George Bernard Shaw. George Bernard Shaw, who said, one must not wrestle with a pig because you get dirty and the pig likes it. Right? So this is one. So why I'm bringing wisdom is, so let us say you're a very knowledgeable person. You're standing in front of a so-called person who's a pig. I could have been a pig before. So every one of us could have been that. So you are discussing something with this person, and this person is arguing for arguing's sake. Or he's got a couple of PhDs and this person usually thinks they're very knowledgeable. When do you step out of that conversation? Knowing that is wisdom, I feel.
Yeah.
Similarly, there was so Shri Mataji has a lot of humor in her talk. So she's not one of these gurus who sits on the mountaintop and just preaches, but also contextualizes what she says. So there was this joke where Shri Mataji says there was a stairs, one person going up, one person coming down, and that the person coming down says, "I don't move for fools." Now, the bottom person, if he's knowledgeable, he'll explain why this person is not a fool. A wise person says, "I do," and moves.
Yeah.
The other guy, the guy coming down says, "I don't move for fools."
Yeah.
The guy going up says, "I do," and he moves. So knowing when to step out of those kind of situations is wisdom. And previously, or when I grew up, usually you associate the elderly with wisdom. But when as I'm growing, I'm realizing, my grandmother is always not right. My grandmother could be wrong. Like, for example, she could have, she could be believing in the caste system, for example. And she would be saying stuff that is not right. So just because somebody is elderly, wisdom is not automatic. You got to work on it, or you have to have it. Now we can do all the experiments of reading Socrates, Raja Janaka, Confucius, and all these people. Get all their books, digest them.
And have 3 PhDs.
And still not get it.
Yeah.
So if you want to cut short that process, I think your self-realization in Sahaja Yoga is the way to go. So what happens when you get your realization is that energy center, which is the base for giving us wisdom, opens. So what that means is, as long as you're in the middle channel, now we're getting into another concept of channels.
Yeah.
So there is a center channel, there is a left channel and the right channel. So center channel is the channel of present. Wisdom cannot happen if you're not in the center channel. So if you're in the left channel is about thinking about the past, getting a bit depressed, lethargy.
So wisdom's an automatic thing. So like the central channel is the parasympathetic and all of that automatic things, your evolution, your breathing, all those things. So
you have to be in that to be able to reach it.
Yeah.
So for example, if you're off thinking about the washing up you have to do after dinner tonight.
No.
or the washing, this is more like describing myself, not washing up yesterday's eaten dishes. Both of these are taking you away. So if you have to be, so wisdom cannot happen if you're there or there. So then we can read all these books. Everybody talks about you have to be in the center. Like, everybody says it. Oh, we have to be centered. We have to be balanced. We have to be good. And all this being good is something that everybody talks about. But to actually be there, I think it's not possible very easily. And that's where I think self-realization helps.
And the interesting point is that the Muladhara, the first energy center, is below where our meditation energy, the
Yep.
Kundalini, resides. It's below. So you're not actually going towards the Muladhara, but it's supporting the fact that you're going up.
Correct.
So
So should we try and get into that?
let's do it.
Yes.
Have the experience. See what it's like. Do you want to take us there,
Okay.
Vara?
So let's, so if you can
If it's
take
your
your
first
shoes
time,
off.
just follow along. It's all self-explanatory.
If you've been,
Vara
if you've been here before, then just forget that you've been here before and just do
Yeah,
it.
enjoy again.
Enjoy that. But if you can take your shoes off, socks are okay. So if you put both our hands on our laps. So what we'll do is our left hand with palm open on the knee or the thigh doesn't move, and the right moves. So we've talked a lot about stuff today, so I won't go into what's left, what's right too much. Let's just focus on the experience. And if you have questions, we can talk about it in the end.
Yeah.
So the right hand moves. So I'll ask you to put your right hand at different places of the body. The one that is usually confusing is when I say, please put your hand on the left side of the neck. It goes like this, and then move your head towards your right shoulder. That's the only bit confusing. And then I'll say, put your hand on the where your leg meets the tummy. It's in that corner. And it'll be best if you keep your eyes closed for this process. So we'll be moving our hands. If you're really confused, open your eyes, have a look at where my hand is, and then repeat. The other thing that's a bit confusing is I am facing you, so my left is your right. So I'll just repeat, your left hand stays where it is, and your right hand moves. Okay, so let's put both our hands on the lap. Take a deep breath. Let's try and slow down our breathing in a natural way, so we don't have to hold our breath like you're in a swimming pool. We just slow down our breath, the intake and exhaling of it. We put our right hand on the heart. And we ask ourselves a very fundamental question. Mother, who am I? Every statement I utter, please repeat several times in your heart. Mother, who am I? Bring our hand a little bit down, put it on the left side of the stomach. Mother, am I my own master? We usually think we are, but let's examine that a little bit more deeply. Mother, am I my own master? We put our right hand where that at the corner of the stomach and the leg. And here with full sincerity and humility, we ask, we request, Mother, please give me pure knowledge. Mother, please give me pure knowledge. Take our right hand back to the left side of the stomach. And trusting the motherly energy within you called the Kundalini, which is situated at the base of your spine. You say, Mother, I am my own master. Take our hand back to the heart. Here we say, Mother, I am the pure spirit. Mother, I am the pure spirit. We put our right hand on the left side of the neck and move our head towards our right shoulder. You say, Mother, I am not guilty. Mother, I am not guilty. And we place the center of our palm on the forehead. A little bit above where the eyebrows meet. Forehead. Say, Mother, I forgive everyone, including myself. Mother, I forgive everyone, including myself. This is quite an important part of the process. So without any conditions, not thinking about anyone, including yourself. We say, Mother, I forgive everyone, including myself. Place our right hand on top of the head. And here we ask for our self-realization. So having our self-realization, is what we need to get into meditation, whose effect is thoughtlessness. You say, Mother, please give me my self-realization. Now please ask with this humility. At the same time, it is your right. So how you ask your mom? You ask with similar gentleness. Mother, I would like to have my self-realization. Mother, may I please have my self-realization? Please repeat that statement in your heart several times. As many times as you feel is necessary. Mother, please give me my self-realization. Bring your hand back to the lap. Keep your eyes closed. Let your attention stay where your head and the hand were meeting before, on top of the fontanelle bone. In your heart, you can say a prayer, Mother, please let me experience meditation. For a moment, observe how or what you're feeling on your fingertips. And also observe if you're feeling anything above your head. If it's not too clear how you're feeling on top of the head, you can take your right hand, bring it a little bit above your head, so don't touch the top of your head. Bring it a bit. So you could go like really high or a little bit lower. And observe what you are experiencing. You could do the same with your left hand, so you can bring your right hand down. Do the same with your left hand. You can bring your hand back to the lap. Let's keep our eyes closed for another minute or so. Slowly open our eyes. What have you got next, Lynn?
We've got an excerpt where Shri Mataji will talk about that subject you began on, of wisdom. So it's from a longer talk, but it will be listening to about 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 8 minutes actually. So let me just make that bigger for you. Actually share it.
You get back your innocence. Your eyes become innocent. Your behavior
Hang
becomes
on, sorry,
innocent.
it's not quite shared yet.
You are not filled with
Just stop that for a
lust
minute, because I only half shared it here, which is not going to help, is it? Bear with me for a moment. Just maintain that meditative mood while I play with my mice. I'll just take it off for a minute. Mouse got stuck. All right. Just disappeared for a moment. So I've got it again. Go here. Bear with me for a minute. Just need to. Here we go. Here we go, everyone. I think we're there now.
You don't look at things with lust and greed, but you look at things with innocence, which is a very big thing that people have lost and that you get back. And such a person develops many qualities. One of them is that such a person is full of fragrance. Such a person has a tremendous gravity. Tremendous gravity. And such a person has tremendous dynamism, and attraction is a bad word, so I don't want to use it, but magnetic. His magnet is awakened within him. This is the center of your magnet, of the earth. Such a person develops a tremendous sense of roads, and sense of direction. You place him anywhere, he will know where to go, like birds. You place birds anywhere, they know which side is north, south, east, west. In the same way, you also develop your lost innocence and your magnet within you by which you have proper direction. But the highest of all, you develop the proper direction to wisdom, which is the wise thing to do. You just don't do stupid things. You just don't do. Even if you ever try to do it, you will not do it because you know it is so stupid. Just you don't do it. I mean, it is so simple to be wise than to be stupid. Because if you have to be stupid, you have to go out of the way to be stupid and idiotic. But if you want to be normal and wise, is the easiest thing to do. But what people do is to do things that would make them more and more stupid, nonsensical. Because also some people told me they do it, the reason being they think they have a nuisance value. Like in London now we have one funny stuff going on. They call it what? Punk rock. You see, it's a funny stuff. Now, poor things, they don't know what they are doing. And I think only value of that punk rock system is this, that they try to sort of make a nuisance out of them so that people feel attracted towards them, or sort of a significance out of them. But when you become a realized soul, you realize your significance because you understand you are part and parcel of the whole, and that your significance is to give realization to others. The highest of highest. That's what you have to do. Now you are a saint. And that's how the whole attitude of cheapishness, of outward shallowness finishes, and you become a serene, dignified personality. This is not possible through any sermon, any lecture. It is only possible when the Kundalini rises, you become like a very dignified child. Very dignified child. I had seen one beautiful painting done of Mother Mary being taught first time. If you see her as a child, she's a very dignified personality. As a child, she's about 10 years of age. I have seen my own grandchildren who are not very old but extremely dignified. They walk like kings, behave like kings. In every behavior, you find there's such a dignity. They'll never do something shallow. They'll never ask for anything. They never weep for anything. They never cry for anything. They're so dignified and they understand it so well what is dignity is. I don't have to tell them because they're born realized. In the same way, you become that. Nobody has to tell you that do this or do that. But you understand that you must have self-respect. This happens to you automatically. This is actualization. Nobody has to tell you that you be dignified, you just become. I have seen people who were absolutely absurd. Even from this punk rock we got some people. And they were so changed that people could not recognize them. But one thing bad has happened with this punk rock, that they put some sort of dye in their head, and since then their eyes became very weak. Because these dyes, I think, make the optic lobe covered with some sort of a color, and you can't see properly, and the eyes became very weak. And it took some time for us to remove the effect of those dyes from their head. We go headlong. What's wrong? There's nothing wrong in this world if it is a stupid fool. But for a wise man, there are very many things which are absolutely wrong, and there are very many things which are absolutely correct. So you develop your wisdom by this first sentence.
It's quite interesting about the wisdom of our first centre. Let's meditate a little bit more. So we've traversed that stairway to heaven, and this is our heavenly place we're wanting to go to. And if it's your first time, it may be just a few strands of your Kundalini energy that's waiting in the spine, base of the spine of everyone. A few little strands get through because the stairway's a bit narrow. So we'll try and, with the more you practice the meditation and do a little balancing, we call it, that's another jargon, balancing, that we try and be in that central channel so that we can get, that's where the pathway of the stairway to heaven is. So let's just try and experience a little bit more of that central stairway and go back into that sahasrara a bit more. So we can balance ourselves a little bit. So we can balance our left side by just dropping our right hand to the ground. So we're keeping our attention, we can close our eyes, keeping our attention on the top of our head where we're asking for our self-realization, that place of our connection. So just let our Kundalini do the work of clearing that left side. So it's bringing us back towards the centre. the present, where our automatic traversing of this stairway happens. So as we meditate more, our hands start telling us where we are at. So you can feel what we're wanting to feel is more coolness on our hands. But also our hands will tell us when there's a bit of heat somewhere. Left side, of course, is our past. You might feel that left hand cooling down or warming up a bit if it's too cool. Now let's take our right hand on the lap. So whichever hand is on your lap, that's the one you're clearing, balancing. And we bend our left hand so that our palm faces behind us. Still with our attention on our top chakra, top energy center, that place of non-thinking. We're just allowing our mothering Kundalini energy to take out all the heat of the right side, of the future, and worrying about what we've got to do, the dishes of yesterday, the dishes of tonight. Let's just get back on that stairway, travel up above the brain. Just allowing all the fumes of our activity of the day to funnel out through that left hand into the atmosphere. But that'll happen automatically. Then you can bring that hand down in your lap. Just keeping both hands relaxed on your lap. Your attention back up to the top of your head. You can use your right hand to raise your attention up that central stairway up to the top of your head and just touching that fontanelle bone area, raising your hand. Try to feel that flow of energy coming out of the top of your head. Raise it up a few more times, just from the base of your spine through the central channel. Just touching the top, feeling with your right hand. Change the hands, feel with the left hand. Bring it close, bring it far away. And then both hands open in your lap. I'll put a bit of music on for us and just try to listen from up above the thinking. Any thoughts are coming, just not this thought, not this thought. And just slowly opening our eyes. And we'll finish our meditation by raising our Kundalini with our hands and giving ourselves a protection with those lovely vibrations we might be feeling now. So this is the short form of self-realization, basically. And it's using the left and right hands. The left one, which is your left side of desire, rises up, which is what we want, which is our desire. And the right one, we make it do the work of winding around, like the Kundalini winds around. So the left hand is going up, take it right up to the top and tie a knot. One knot for one channel. We'll do that again. Left hand is going up, right hand's winding around, looking up, tying 2 knots this time for the second channel. Third time. 3 knots. Then you should feel, especially if you've been regularly doing your meditation, you'll feel those vibrations on your hands, and we're going to just spread them over ourselves from the left side to the right side and back. 1 for each chakra, that's 1. We'll do it 7 times. Over and back. So again, it's a feeling thing. Approximately 7. And that's how we start and finish our meditation when we're doing it in the days between being together collectively.
Yeah.
So did we want to quickly unpack any more of those?
Or not? I think we did a lot
We've
of
probably done a lot, haven't we?
unpacking in the beginning.
Yeah.
So perhaps we should let them be in that state.
Yeah. We'll, if you have any questions and you're on Zoom, you're most welcome to chat. I think ask any questions. You can also unmute. Yeah, you've got the chat and you can unmute, but otherwise you can maintain that state. And I've actually got something just to finish off, which is, so the flute music kind of helps you be in a meditative state. And there's actually ragas for each of the chakras. And so I've got one of the Muladhara chakra, the first one. So I'll just play that for your finishing meditation. And otherwise, Zoom people, if you want to unmute and ask any questions, or if you also just want to enjoy the meditative state, feel free. And we'll see you next time. And if you're not in the WhatsApp, you can join it on the website, and we try not to spam you too much, but we at least have one daily meditation in between, sometimes a night one and a morning one, but most welcome to be in that group and enjoy some little guided meditations in between. So enjoy the meditative state.
Any questions? No?
Looking for questions from you, Zoom people. Or anyone here as well? No questions?
So we didn't ask your name. What's your name?
What's it?
Bina.
Bina.
Bina, you've been before, haven't you? Oh, you haven't? Welcome. We can
How did
introduce
you
everyone.
how did you know about us? It's outside. So you live in the same. No?
My client is here.
Right. So you
So
see
I
that
just-
outside. Go on.